Good morning, my dear students. Today's our topic is uniform motion and non-uniform motion, and I shall also teach about acceleration today. So, first of all, look at what is uniform motion. So, when the speed of an object is or the velocity of an object is completely uniform throughout its journey, then the speed or velocity of that object or the motion of that object is said to be uniform motion. So, here I am going to write the definition of uniform motion. Uniform motion. Uniform motion. When an object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in uniform motion. It is said to be in uniform motion. My dear students, this is the definition of uniform motion. When an object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in uniform motion. Now, if we consider an example, it will be easy for us to understand it better, the concept of uniform motion. So, here I am providing you an example. Let an object covers 2 meter in 1 second, again 2 meter in 1 second, again 2 meter in 1 second, and again 2 meter in 1 second, again 2 meter in 1 second, and so on and so on. The object is in uniform motion. My dear students, let us suppose there is a car. The object which I have taken in the example, let it be a car. Suppose that there is a car which starts moving from a point and covers 2 meter in 1 second, and again 2 meter in 1 second, and again 2 meter in 1 second, and so on. The car is moving 2 meter in each second, that is the amount of distance which is covered is equal distances, and the time interval of covering this 2 meter is 1 second. The time interval of covering 2 seconds here is 1 second, here also 1 second. The time interval in covering this 2 meter is also 1 second, and the time interval in covering this 2 meter is also 1 second. So in 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second and so on, the object is covering 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter. So in this way we can say that the speed of the object is constant, or the velocity of the object is uniform throughout its journey. So this type of motion is known as uniform motion. Now what is non-uniform motion? So my dear students, non-uniform motion is just opposite to uniform motion. Now you can guess what is non-uniform motion. There is a slight difference between the definition of uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. My dear students, you can write the definition of non-uniform motion by yourself. How can you write? It is very simple. Only you have to write unequal in the place of equal. When an object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be in non-uniform motion. When an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in non-uniform motion. So basically, what is non-uniform motion? You can guess easily that if the speed of an object is not completely uniform throughout its journey, then the motion of that object is said to be non-uniform motion. So just as we gave the example of uniform motion, we can also give the example of non-uniform motion similarly like the example of uniform motion. So you can make any example by yourself. Example, let an object covers 3 meter in 1 second. Again not, then 5 meter in 1 second, then suppose that 2 meter in 1 second, 2 meter in 1 second, the object is in non-uniform motion. The object is in non-uniform motion. My dear students, let us again consider an example of a car which is starting from its origin and covers a distance of 3 meters. Suppose that a car is here and it starts moving and covers 3 meter of distance in 1 second. And then the speed of the car gets increased and the car moves fastly and covers 5 meter of distance in 1 second. Just watch carefully. The car was covering 3 meter of distance in 1 second, and in the next second the car was moving fastly and it covered a distance of 5 meter in 1 second. And again the car was slowed down, the car's speed was decreasing and it covered only 2 meter in the next second. So as we can clearly see that the speed of the object is getting increased and then decreasing and so on, then the object is said to be in non-uniform motion. Okay, so this is the example of non-uniform motion. Now my dear students, our next topic is acceleration. Acceleration. My dear students, you just studied about non-uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? Either the speed of the car, either the velocity of the car is increasing or decreasing. With time, then the motion of the car is said to be non-uniform motion. So this term acceleration is totally dependent upon non-uniform motion. Okay, when the velocity of an object changes, there a term comes named acceleration. Okay, so the definition of acceleration you can write: the rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. The rate of change of velocity. Velocity is speed with direction. Speed with direction is known as velocity. The rate of change of velocity, that means what is the rate of change of the velocity? What is the rate of change of velocity of an object? That is called acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Acceleration, and acceleration is represented by small a. It is represented by small a. It is represented by small a. So my dear students, this acceleration is nothing but the change in velocity, per unit time, time interval you can write. So in how much time, what is the change in velocity in the of an object? In how much time the velocity of an object changes by how much, then that quantity, that physical quantity is known as acceleration. And also you can write that suppose that a car is moving, a car starts from this point A, a car starts from this point and it is traveling towards D, and suppose the car is starting from here, so the car was at rest here the speed of the car at point A was 0 meter per second, 0 meter per second, and suppose that this car was traveling on the road AD. You can see road AD. The car was traveling with a certain speed. So suppose that this is point B and the speed of the car was here 36 meter per second. Suppose that, let us consider an example. The speed of the car at point B was 36 meter per second, and suppose that the time interval of covering this distance, the distance AB, which the car is covering in 2 seconds. Suppose that in 2 seconds. So what is the acceleration? The acceleration will be the final velocity minus initial velocity. Why final velocity minus initial velocity? Because in order to know the change in velocity, we will have to look at the two different velocities at the two different positions. So the velocity of the car at this point was 36 meter per second, and the velocity of the car when the car was started was 0 meter per second. So what is the change in velocity? What is the difference in velocity in between these 2 points? That is 36 minus 0, that is 36 meter per second. This is the change in velocity. And what is the time interval? The time interval to cover this distance is 2 seconds. Then dividing it by 2 seconds, 2 1 ja 2 and 2 18 ja 36. The acceleration can be easily calculated. Acceleration is equal to 18 meter per second square. So my dear students, here is a formula for you for calculating acceleration between any 2 points of an object during its journey or during its motion. You can easily calculate the acceleration if you know the final velocity and the initial velocity and the time interval to cover that distance. So what is A? A is the acceleration. What is V? V is the final velocity. And what is U? U is the initial velocity. This term V minus U, this complete term is the change in velocity, and the time interval is represented by T. So my dear students, this is a formula for you. This is a formula for you. A is equal to V minus U by T, where V is the final velocity. V is the final velocity. U is the initial velocity. And my dear students, what is T? T is the time interval. Time interval you can write. Okay, so this is a formula for you, and from this formula we can easily calculate what is the unit of acceleration. What is the unit of acceleration? Just look here. In order to calculate the unit of acceleration, we must look the unit of these two physical quantities. Change in velocity. What is the SI unit of velocity? That is meter per second. And what is the SI unit of time? That is also second. So in order to calculate the unit of acceleration, when you will evaluate the units of these two physical quantities, you will get meter per second square. This is the unit of acceleration. So you can write the SI unit of acceleration. The SI unit of acceleration, A is, acceleration is represented by A, and its SI unit is meter per second square. My dear students, meter per second square. Now my dear students, here is a numerical problem for you. After every topic, I provide a numerical problem from the NCERT book so that you can easily understand about the topic which you have studied. So here is a problem on acceleration, that is example 8.4. Example 8.4 of your NCERT book, chapter 8. Sir, example 8.4. Starting from a stationary position, my dear students, be alert on each and every word of your numerical problem and be alert at every point in the numerical in physics. Starting means we are going to talk about the initial velocity. Starting, that is the starting velocity, or we can say the initial velocity. Starting from a stationary position. Stationary means rest, and you already know what is rest, what is stationary. When an object does not move with time, it is fixed on its place, then it is said to be in rest. Starting from a stationary position, that is rest position, or you can also say that rest state or stationary state. What happens? Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain. Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. A velocity of 6 meter per second in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Then he applies brakes. Brake of the car. On applying brakes, the car stops. Then he applies brakes. Brakes such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second. Such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down. What do you mean by comes down? That is decreasing, becoming less. Comes down to 4 meter per second. 4 meter per second in the next 5 seconds. In the next 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration of the bicycle in both the cases. Calculate the acceleration of the bicycle in both the cases. My dear students, this numerical problem is looking very long, but it is very simple. You do not need to worry about it. Okay, this is very simple. here are two cases. Here are two cases. The question is asking to calculate acceleration in both the cases. So here are two cases. That's the reason why the question is looking so long. There are two problems which are mixed up. So I will take the first case here and the second case here. Okay, now look at the question carefully and try to understand it. Is starting from a rest position means that I am here at rest, and if I start moving, I start pedaling a bicycle, that means I am starting. So at the starting point, what was my speed, what was my velocity? The velocity that is represented by u, initial velocity, u was 0 meter per second. 0 meter per second. In the first case, this is the first case, my dear students. This is the first case. In the first case, u is equal to 0 meter per second. Rahul pedals his bicycle to attain a velocity of 6 meter per second. What is the final velocity? V is equal to 6 meter per second. And what is the time interval? Time interval t is equal to 30 second. T is equal to 30 second. So now my dear students, in this case, can you not solve this? This is very simple. I already just provided you the formula. A is equal to V minus U upon T. All the physical quantities which are given here, they are in International System of Units, that is SI units. So there is no any need of changing the units. Directly put the value of V and U and T and solve yourself. This is your homework. Okay, now looking at the second condition, looking at the second case. What is the second case? Second case, my dear students, what is second case? In second case, then from here the second case is starting. Then he applies brakes such that the velocity of the bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second. So in the second case, the initial velocity will be taken as 6 meter per second and the final velocity will be taken as 4 meter per second, and in how much time interval? 5 seconds. So t is equal to 5 seconds. Okay, so here also you can calculate the amount of acceleration by the formula V minus U by T. My dear students, if you are unable to understand the concept, try to make a figure. Suppose Rahul starts by cycling from here, from this point A, and at this point the velocity is 0 meter per second, and after that he attains a velocity of 6 meter per second. And at this point, when the velocity is attained 6 meter per second, at this point he applies brakes to the bicycle and the bicycle comes down to a velocity of 4 meter per second. So the first condition will be between point A and B, and the second condition will be between point B and C. So the first condition is talking about, in the first condition we are talking about the distance between A and B. Okay, what is the initial velocity at point A? 0 meter per second. What is the final velocity at point B? 6 meter per second. Now in the second case, this is the second case, what is the initial velocity? 6 meter per second, and what is the final velocity? 4 meter per second. And also you know what is the time interval in between these two positions? That is 5 seconds. So by substituting the value of V and U, you can easily calculate the acceleration. This is your homework. Okay, the topic of acceleration has been covered. Okay, thank you.